friends, and welcome back to our channel. Hope you all are having a wonderful day today. So if you saw our last video, you may have seen the title that it was a major setback, which it was, but apologies if it seemed a little clickbaity because we did a lot of other things in the in that video. But today we are back on track with the greenhouse.
And it's crazy because there's tornadoes heading this direction and
Yeah.
throughout that Bible Belt. So we'll see how this thing holds up.
Yeah. And for all of our friends that are in the deep south, whether it's Mississippi, Alabama, I don't know if it's going towards Georgia,
I
but
don't think so.
there's like a really widespread weather event. Hope you all are safe. Make sure you're prepared and stocked with your food and gas and everything else, and hope everyone stays safe through these stormy days ahead of us.
Yes.
So in the last video, I pretty much just showed the contents. We're going to try to do a little bit more of a walkthrough as Brandon and Dwayne build out the greenhouse. But these are the frames. The panel came in another box. So we have the polycarbonate panels. And yeah. We're going to go ahead and get this assembled, anchor it down before the inclement weather moves in tomorrow, and we'll see how it holds up. Who knows? It had really good reviews compared to the previous brand that we ended up buying, that I'm actually kind of going back and forth with the seller on Amazon now just to get a prepaid shipping label to return it back. It was definitely like a bait and switch type of thing where when we bought it, it had 4 stars for the review. And then when I went into my order history, it literally had 1 star. So last video, our camera died, so we didn't get to show you all of the issues with it. So we're much more prepared this time, so you'll be able to see the full build. But before we get into building the greenhouse, you guys, look at this. We stained the fence. And you may have seen the assembly of the garden fence in our last video, but we stained it the natural cedar color, which is the same stain that we use for the raised beds. We put in some landscape edging to hold in all of the mulch, and we also put some post at the top, the black galvanized post at the top of the each of the 4x4s, and then some mending plates just to kind of dress it up. But take a step back, and this area, it looks so nice. It looks so good. But yeah, the greenhouse would be the final addition until we just kind of get this area complete, and all of the seedlings that are in the raised beds, pull that down some, until they start growing into mature plants. So yeah, exciting times. Just we're ready to kind of get beyond tomorrow's stormy day so we can go ahead and get back to work. Storm. Storm. Hi. You gonna say hello? Say hello. Storm. Say hello, pretty girl. So Storm is shedding her winter coat. Poor thing. There's fur all over the place, and it's like we brush her every day, and no matter how much you brush her, it's just fur just keeps coming out. It's crazy. I know. I showed you Storm shedding her winter coat. This is, let me just bring the camera down. This is what happens when we touch her. All of that comes right off of her, and it's so crazy because we have to constantly lint roll our clothes, lint roll the couch. We have a cover on the couch, but we're lint rolling that. And poor thing, it's like she hates getting combed, so we have to bribe her with some treats in order just to kind of comb out all of that excess fur. And we just can't wait until she's done shedding, but we know that she's going to be shedding her summer coat at the end of this year. So thank goodness it's only twice a year that she sheds. But we are getting another husky one of these days, so we'll have double the fluff. So while Dwayne and Brandon finish getting the greenhouse together, I'm going to take you guys inside of the garden area. I think I mentioned in other previous videos, I can't remember or not, but this is literally our first time ever doing raised beds and a drip irrigation system. So we learned a lot along the way, watched a ton of videos, but definitely walked away with some lessons learned now that it's up, it's running, and the beds are assembled. Kind of some of the things that we would probably do differently if we could do it all over again. But I mean, I love it. I think it came out beautifully. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Did we do a good job for our first time? But before we walk in, let's swing the camera around. We have our roses potted and ready to start blooming. I think it's white, yellow, and pink. And then I'm trying to figure out what I want to put in the whiskey barrel. Originally, I was going to put in, we ended up getting some fruit bushes, like 2 blueberry bushes, a strawberry bush, and a blackberry bush. And I was going to plant the bushes in each of these whiskey barrels. But I started doing some reading, and it was saying that the bushes, or the fruit bushes essentially, probably wouldn't grow as well in a planter box like that. So I ended up starting the bushes in grow bags. So here's the blueberry bush. That one is started. I still need to pot the strawberry, the other blueberry bush, and the blackberry bush. But then Dwayne and I went to Home Depot today, and I saw peach trees, and the blossoms are so pretty, and I'm like, I need a peach tree. I need one, so we're gonna get a peach tree as soon as all this weather blows over, and once this area gets completed, we're getting a peach tree. And I'm trying to go back and forth if I want to do it in a container or find someplace in the yard to plant the peach tree. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you've ever planted fruit trees in a container, and if you had success with it. What size container? Did you do anything differently? Because that'll be a really good indicator on whether or not I can use one of the bigger planters we have, or maybe a grow bag, or if I find someplace else in the yard to maybe plant that tree. But after seeing those blossoms, I'm like, I need the peach tree in my life. I need it. So Dwayne and Brandon ran into an issue. One of the connecting parts was inside one of the frame pieces. And of course, now that we get to the smaller part of the frame, I'm going to flip the camera so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. They're coming along really well. I'm getting this up in pretty good timing, but that top frame piece for the panel is inside one of these bottom frame pieces. So now they need to disassemble it to get that frame piece out, because we need to frame that panel. All right, so Dwayne and Brandon fixed it. They found the extra parts. We're back up in assembly mode, and here we are. There's the fellas right there, hard at work. So we're going to try to hurry up and get this built. Dwayne anchored the greenhouse down to the platform. So since we know we're getting some weather, I mean, it's March, and I'm pretty sure, you know, throughout the rest of the month and April, May, we're going to have some additional storms. Hopefully not, knock on wood that we don't. But tomorrow will definitely be a true test to make sure that this greenhouse is safe and secure, part of the garden. So, I have a question for all of my Southern friends. If you don't know already, Dwayne and I are originally from Florida, but moved to Connecticut and lived there for the last 23 years. We're now back down south and we're in Alabama. And do mosquitoes normally get this large? I mean, look at these monstrosities. That's just two of them. There's another one. And they are all over the place. I don't remember ever during my entire life living in Florida remember mosquitoes being as big as the ones that are down here in Alabama. Or are the Alabama mosquitoes just built differently? I don't know. Comment below.
Way up here on a hill, looking down at all we've built, just like ants in a maze, too afraid of what we made. Losing touch, breaking ties, consequences of the times. Disappear for a while, calm, feel reconciled.
All right, friends, so we pretty much lost all the sun. It's starting to get pretty late, and we ran into another issue. Look, that shadow. We ran into another issue with the greenhouse. We noticed when we were putting on the gutters that this piece going along is actually upside down. So, since we are running out of time to fix it today, tomorrow is a storm. We're just going to do a really quick fix just to make sure that everything stays secure until we can get back out here on Sunday to fix it. She'll take you around to see the rest. So this side was installed correctly. So once we flip it around, you'll see that there's a gutter that's going to run along the side of the greenhouse. So once we can get back out here on Sunday to fix it, the other side will look like this as well. They're trying to get the window on now because that actually was supposed to slide on before the panels. So now we're just trying to fit that in place so that way we can just try to button it up before kind of closing out this project for the rest of today. All right, friends, like I mentioned earlier in the video, we're expecting some weather tomorrow. Again, all of our friends in the deep south, hope you all stay safe, but this will really give this greenhouse a test. Let's see how it holds up to tomorrow's winds. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and close this video out. It's starting to get late and we still need to run to the store to grab a few things because we probably won't be going anywhere tomorrow.
And with that, we will catch you in the next one.
Bye-bye.